Hi guys, welcome to the channel and thank you so much for coming back. If you are new to my channel and my space for the very first time, hi, my name is Becca. I'm an immigrant nurse originally from Ghana in West Africa. I practice and live and work in the United Kingdom as a registered nurse. On this channel, basically, I talk about nursing, I do lifestyle vlogs, videos, a little bit of me, fun and positive vibes here and there. Today, I'm going to be introducing to you a part of the United Kingdom that has not been explored by immigrants. It's got great opportunities there, and I don't know why people are not taking advantage of this opportunity. Let me introduce you to Wales. So Wales is a country that forms part of the United Kingdom. It's bordered by the Irish Sea to the north and west, England to the east, the Bristol Channel to the south, and the Celtic Sea to the southwest. As of 2021 census, it had a population of 3,107,494. It is largely mountainous with the higher peaks in the north and central areas, including Snowdown, which is its highest summit. The country lies within the North Temperate Zone and has a changeable maritime climate. The capital and the largest city is Cardiff. Wales forms one of the 4 countries in the United Kingdom. So we've got England, we've got Northern Ireland, we've got Scotland and Wales. But most of the times you hear people talking about England and exploring a lot of places in England. Recently, I shared an opportunity in Scotland, and those that took opportunity of it had good testimonies and reviews. I tell you what, there are a lot of places in the United Kingdom that have not been explored by immigrants, and these places have outstanding opportunities. When you go, you are not only going to build a decent life, but you are going to have a moderate cost of living. I recently did a TikTok live where I had one of my followers who lives in Scotland who came onto my live video, and he came to share how much he has been able to save over a span of 2 years together with his wife whilst he's been living in Scotland. And I tell you what, he is a healthcare assistant. And I mean, you ask yourself, how is this possible? Because he's got a moderate cost of living, right? So he lives in his own house, which is a mortgaged house, and he's paying about £300 for a whole mortgage. And so he's working hard, he's able to save more. And for such a person, if he's able to properly invest this money for the next 10 years, he can comfortably retire and have a very decent life to himself. So the purpose of this video is to guide you to make an informed decision. It's not to sell to you that Wales is the best place to live in the United Kingdom, but it's just to introduce you to this opportunity so that you can have a rethink. If you are really struggling with sponsorship or you're struggling to make an informed decision, I hope this video guides you to make an informed decision. So recently, a neighbor of mine and a friend sold her 3-bedroom house in England, right? And went to buy herself a 5-bedroom house together with her family and relocated her entire family to Wales to live there. And imagine what a 3-bedroom property could afford her in England. Could afford her a 5-bedroom property in Wales with a little bit of change. So it tells you that how the cost of living is. And there are a lot of places in the United Kingdom that have not been explored. And some people say, oh, these places are villages, this place are this and that. But my argument is that, does it really matter whether you live, wherever you live in the UK? It doesn't really matter, honestly. London is so oversaturated, and I mean, it is so overrated. I don't know, but it is so overrated. It is so oversaturated. People are now beginning to focus their energy on places that are less saturated, that have similar opportunities or even more better opportunities in other places in the United Kingdom. So one of the reasons why Wales is not the latest plug for immigrants, and reasons why people are leaving England to settle not in Northern Ireland, not in Scotland, but in Wales, is the moderate cost of living, right? The cost of living in Wales is relatively cheap. You know that in the United Kingdom, one of the reasons or one of the things that forms the highest cost of living is our rents, okay? So you can pay a rent of £1,500, £2,000 depending on your location for a simple 3-bedroom house that looks like a cubicle, right? But this same amount of money can rent you a standard 3-bedroom house, which is very big in size, somewhere in Wales with a lot of change for you to save that money. So imagine that you are working, let's say you are earning about £2,500 per month in the UK, and you've got a nice place in Wales where you are paying about £500 for a very beautiful apartment that you cannot even afford to pay if you are in England. So get a very beautiful apartment for £500. It means that you've still got £2,000 to use for your other utilities. And at the end of the day, if you are really calculative, you can be able to save about £500 without any struggle. Meanwhile, you will struggle to live on that £2,500 if you are in England. Fact check, my family and I, we spent almost £4,000, yeah, £4,000 on our cost of living, and half of it is coming from our rent or our accommodation that we are paying for. So if you live somewhere where accommodation is going to be minimal, that you can pay something small or lesser than your counterpart, it gives you the opportunity to be able to save more. And when you invest this money right, I tell you what, in the next 5 to 10 years, your life, you can comfortably retire and have a decent life to yourself and not work the same way you are working. You can maybe, let's say, take a part-time job and still, work part-time and still be comfortable and still live a very good and decent life. The next reason why people are leaving England to settle in Wales is the sizes of their houses, their housing situation. If you look at a standard 3-bedroom house in England, most parts of England, I wouldn't say all parts of England, but most parts of England, the standard 3-bedroom house is even like a cubicle. It's so tiny. Most of the times you find them with 1 toilet and bath. When we go to such places like Wales, you've got decent houses that are very sizable with large gardens. You can get 2 to 3 toilets. I have gone to view houses outside of England that are beautifully built, very decent. You've got like 2 to 3 toilets in the house. And it's very difficult to get such a house in England. I'm going to tell you the truth. It's very difficult. So the housing situation, you've got a big family where you need space to be free in the house. The housing situation is one of the reasons why people are leaving England to Wales. The next reason is scholarship opportunities. Wales has 10 good universities in there. And when you look at the British Council scholarship that they give, a part of it goes to Wales. Now, scholarship opportunities means that you can come to the UK and you can study for free, sometimes at zero cost to you. So I was scrolling up through social media one day and I saw this very beautiful girl who is in the UK on a student visa, right? So she is due to pay her fees and she's struggling to pay. So she's left with about 15,000 and something pounds to pay before she can finish her education. She can't afford it. She has explored every opportunity she can. So what she did was that she opened a GoFundMe account and put the link of the GoFundMe account on her TikTok handle for people to donate to her. And as of the last time I viewed the profile, she's been able to raise only £5,000 out of the lots of money that she needed. And the deadline was like a week. She was like 1 week to the deadline for paying the fees. And you are asking yourself, if this person had a scholarship opportunity, wouldn't it have made her life better? There are people in Wales who are having these scholarship opportunities because these places are places that people have not really explored. And so any opportunity that will make people, will attract people to such areas is what they are enjoying. So people are getting scholarship opportunities. If you look at the Commonwealth Opportunity Scholarship and all that, they go to areas that are less saturated with people, and Wales is one of them. The next is job opportunities. So I shared this job opportunity with one guy who is my follower on social media, and he had it, and the job opportunity was in Wales. So I was just there when he sent me a message. He was like, sis, you don't know what you've done for me. I got this job opportunity in Wales, and he's all the way from Ghana. He was sponsored on a tier 2 work visa all the way to Wales. So if you're looking for job opportunities, maybe you've explored everywhere, you are finding it difficult, try and concentrate your energy on places that have not been explored. I shared this Scotland opportunity somewhere last year and I was so happy. Those that took advantage of it at the very early stages, they had a positive review, they had a positive feedback. So try and go to places that people are not really trying to settle in. I know that these places are quite challenging to live there because if you are an outdoor person or if you are the extrovert type of person, you wouldn't find it interesting to live there. But you have a focus in life, right? That is not where you might ultimately live for the rest of your life. But you have a plan, you have a purpose, you have a focus. Just tell yourself, I need to go there, get what I want. Once I get what I want, and I feel like I don't like it, it's not the environment I need, you can move back. So job opportunities, if you've been searching for a job, if you go on track job, try to concentrate your energy to Wales, the NHS in Wales. You can be lucky to find some that will easily sponsor you. The next thing I'm going to be talking about is competitive salary. Do you know that there are some places in Wales that pay you the same as London or maybe more? Recently, I worked with this consultant who is, I worked with this agency, who is one of the first agencies I worked with when I first registered to work in UK as an agency nurse. And they got this contract in Wales, in 2 NHSs in Wales, and then they contacted me like, would you be interested in working with us, with this particular trust and that? I was like, can you send me the rates? I mean, the money for me to see how much they are paying. Imagine if not for the fact that because of childcare and stuff like that, I can't travel to go and work there. If I was free to go and work, and I know people who just travel to Wales to work there. They just go and get an accommodation. They stay there for months or weeks, and they just work. They get their bags and they come back to England. So competitive salary. If you are in Wales, right, and you are taking the same salary, if you look on the NHS pay structure, Wales is paid the same as England, except the London waiting. Let's say if you're in Wales and you're being paid a salary of £2,500, and depending on the part of Wales that you are in, you are paying only £500 to £700 for accommodation. Imagine the kind of life you be living. If you are there with your partner, this one is bringing 2,500, this one is bringing 2,500, that's 5,000. You use some for your outgoings. You can still save a lot to make your life decent and leave something for your children, your children's children. Is the nature of the environment. Listen, if you are that introvert kind of person where you want a chilled kind of environment, Wales is out of the hustle and bustle, although it's got its own main cities like Cardiff and Swansea, which are quite busy. But you can go to an outskirts in Wales where you can enjoy the peace and quiet with a very moderate cost of living. See, the knife crimes, the stabbings, the riots and things that are happening in England, though it happens in Wales, it can happen anywhere in the United Kingdom, but it is relatively lower compared, if you compare, it's relatively lower. Such incidences, you don't really hear of it. And also because the NHS down here is more saturated, it's difficult for you to find an appointment to see a doctor, a GP, a dentist. You get the point. But if you are in Wales, because the pressure is not there, because the population is not too mad, there are few people there, so there is access to amenities, although the amenities may not be overly available like you may have it in England, but once you have the access, it will be quality. The doctors will have time to look after you, unlike here in England. We need a bed, so we are rushing to discharge patients, we are rushing to admit patients. A&E time is so long, but when you go to the outskirts, you have that quality of life to yourself that you can value. If you are in the outskirts, that serenity, that peace, even the nature of the environment, the kind of breeze that you feel on yourself. I know that somebody will say, oh, why are you in England and telling people to move to Wales? Because I hear this a lot, especially when I posted my Scotland video. But what I want to say is that, as I always say, some of us, we are here because of something. But if I have to leave England, amongst England, Northern Ireland, Scotland and Wales, it is Wales I'm going to settle for. Nothing more, nothing less. The last opportunity that I would like to talk about settling in Wales is the language that you have, the opportunity to learn. If you are somebody who wants to be bilingual, you want to explore languages, you want to learn a language within the United Kingdom. So in Wales, they speak the Welsh. Okay, so when you are there, you can learn the Welsh language and you can learn the English language and you become bilingual. If you're somebody that wants to explore languages, you want to learn, you can explore these languages, and based on that, because some of the jobs that they advertise, they ask you if you're able to speak the Welsh language because it gives you an upper hand. So by the time you realize you're bilingual, living in the United Kingdom, one thing I say to people is that when we go back home, for we immigrants that are not from the United Kingdom, right, when we go back home or when we're interacting with our families back home and they are asking where like which country are you, you just say I'm in the UK, or I'm in Australia, or I'm in the United Kingdom, I'm in America, I'm in Canada. You don't really go into details to say where exactly that you stay. At the end of the day, it's what you are bringing to the table that matters. What contribution are you bringing to the table? What are you bringing? There is a substance that they need. So would you rather stay in an environment where you can hardly save, you can't make any money, you can't support anybody back home, you can't even support yourself? You can't support yourself, not to think of supporting anybody back home. Or would you rather go somewhere where you've got a decent life, you've got a decent job that gives you enough money to look after yourself, to make yourself happy, and still got something to support society and the people that matter to you, the people that you love? Would you rather do that, or would you rather live in a place where you can't do anything with your life? Now people are being reasonable, people are going back to the drawing board. They are changing their location. I've got friends that have relocated from London, from Kent, from places in England. They are moving to Scotland, they are moving to Northern Ireland. And the beauty is that if you already have experience, right, in a place like England and you are moving, you can apply for a very higher position in such places because you've got the experience, and they believe that when you're coming from a place like this, you are sophisticated, maybe you have used equipment, you are knowledgeable, you know what you're doing. So possibility of you progressing quickly is very, very high. And so now people are going back to the drawing board. They're like, listen, you know what, we don't want it here, we want to have a decent life, we want to have a career opportunity, we want to explore, we want to get money. The purpose of life is to be comfortable, because what is the point in working from paycheck to paycheck and living in an environment where you can't do nothing for yourself? For 10, 20 years, you are doing nothing, you are saving nothing, you are just living paycheck to paycheck to paycheck for 10 years. And at the end of the 10 years, your colleagues or your counterparts that settled in places like that, they've got quality of life, they are moving forward, they have done things for themselves that is making them comfortable and saving towards their retirement age. So at the end of the day, when we both retire, one person might have a good quality of life, the other person might not have that quality of life. So location really plays a very vital role in where you choose to settle as an immigrant. And now people are waking up to places like Wales. They don't care what people say. And people say, oh, it's a village, that's why everybody's moving there. Is there any village? No. The fact that you're in the United Kingdom, you've boarded a plane to sit in UK plane, British Airways or whatever has brought you inside the UK. That is what that matters. You've got a British PRP. You can apply for a British citizenship. You can apply for ILR. They don't write that you're in Scotland. They don't write that you're in Ireland. What they write is that United Kingdom of Great Britain. Everybody is here some. It doesn't matter where you are. That all those things, it doesn't matter anymore. People are waking up to reality, because the most painful thing is just to work from paycheck to paycheck and not be able to save anything. When your colleagues are somewhere having a very decent life, having a very sizable accommodation, and able to save a lot more. Do you get the point? So this is the whole purpose of the video, to tell you that explore other opportunities, explore other places. And I'm so happy for my followers that have explored these Wales opportunities, and they've got job opportunities. They've been sponsored from overseas to go and work in Wales, because people do not want to go there. Okay, but I mean, it's fine. They are living a very decent life. They are there. They are happy. That is what that matters. They are able to cash out. They are making money. And so, yes, if you want to take good use of this opportunity, the ball is in your court. Thank you guys so much for constantly coming back to the channel, for watching my videos. And until we meet again in my next video, guys.